Those eyes. They're coming for you. Grab your laundry and let's have a laundry chat.
Hit the like button if you're always on my side.
Starting right off with a requested grocery haul, I have the stuffed pizza and then some ice cream and caramel sauce because the girls had made apple crisp. And then there's a spaghetti squash for my husband and my daughter, and we needed some yellow onions. Then I have some chicken broth here. We love this Nature's Promise organic chicken broth. Lara bars for my daughter Rachel, and then buttery caramel K-cups, and then Nicaraguan coffee, which we just absolutely adore. Coming over here, I have some avocado spray, oil, and then of course, I got a second one because we're always running out. I got some white vinegar that we use in the dishwasher. And then my daughter Rachel also loves these chocolate honey grams whenever we have s'mores because she can't eat the regular ones. Garbanzo beans, bread, pickles for me, my dill pickles. I eat tons of pickles. And then also we live on lemon. So I got a bottle of lemon and then lemonade. Some coffee creamer, which really just the girls use that now, 4 kiwis, and then red grapes, which were actually quite good, I hear. And then we had to restock our teas. Those are our 2 favorites here. And then, of course, things like toothpaste and Gladlock bags and toilet paper, paper towels, all that good paper stuff. And I couldn't get the small trash bags I usually get, so I had to get these little tiny repurposed trash bags, but they worked out just fine. And now I'm going to get it all put away. You might have noticed, number 1, I don't put up a whole lot of grocery hauls. And number 2, there wasn't really a whole lot in that grocery haul that you could make a big meal out of. So this particular grocery haul was one that came by delivery. What I do is I have a pad of paper on the refrigerator that has a magnet on it, and anytime anyone sees anything that we're out of, or if there's something they want me to purchase because they're going to eat it, I invite them to go ahead and write it on that list. I had not gotten a chance to do a grocery meal plan, so I decided to go ahead and put that order in, knowing that I would do my meal plan and then do a second order. Because this is a real life channel, I was actually out when the grocery order came in, and my family did a big favor and put all the groceries away for me. So I came home and all of the second batch of groceries were put away, and who is going to complain about that? So what I did to build my meal plan is I went through my freezer and I saw what we already had in the house, and then I tried to build a meal plan that would make it so I would not have to buy a whole lot. So now I'm going to tell you the things that we decided to eat. On Monday, I had planned a gallo pinto, and that is a Nicaraguan rice and bean dish. My husband had bought some beans from a local Spanish grocer, and he made the beans, and that's kind of his specialty. Of course, I'm not eating rice or beans these days. However, they did it on a night when I had my Bible study, which is Monday night, so there was no worry that I wasn't going to be able to eat with them. Tuesday night, we had chicken sandwiches, and we like to make our own Chick-fil-A sandwiches with Chick-fil-A sauce. And I was able to just put mine in a lettuce wrap while they had theirs on rolls. And then I also made sweet potato fries for the family, and they're just the frozen ones that you throw in the oven. On Wednesday, we had lasagna, and we had everything in the house except for ricotta cheese and spaghetti sauce. And so that was part of the grocery order, and I just had something completely different from what we had in the house. Thursday night, my husband was gone to Bible study, and the girls had Subway sandwiches. They were planning to watch a football game that night, and that is what they had. I think I had turkey burger with spaghetti sauce and rice cauliflower in place of pasta. Then Friday night, we had burrito bowls. I had made chicken strips, part of that grocery order, as well as ripe avocados and tomatoes. And then we had everything else in the house. That is a great meal for all of us to have because I do like a fajita spice on the chicken, which is basically a dry rub. And then I add beans for anyone who wants beans, and they have theirs on rice, and I just have mine on lettuce. Or I might buy some of the egg wraps that are like burrito shells and I just have mine in the egg wrap. On Saturday, I made them a tortilla soup, and I had to put zucchini on the list for that grocery order, but I had everything else for the tortilla soup, and I had leftover of the turkey burger. And then on Sunday, I made them a zuppa toscana soup, and I had some shrimp and broccoli with the Rao's, which is spelled R-A-O''S, Alfredo sauce on top of that. Of course, my goal for my channel and my videos is to show a complete grocery haul, and then the meal plan that went into that, the price of the groceries, the whole organized thing. But you know what? Life just doesn't tend to happen that way. So we just do the best that we can. And I did want to get in a grocery haul for you. And you can see my pantry is actually pretty full. I've actually been trying to eat food down, because what happens to us is if we get too much food in the house, what happens is we don't have a plan for it, and then nobody wants it, and it gets into this awful cycle of food expiring. So I have been buying less, trying to use what we have each week in our meal plans, and then not buying as much that we will eat it all down. Okay, well, come on, Karen, let's get these groceries put away quickly. You're taking way too long. Don't you wish in real life you could just speed up whatever you're doing and do it 4 times faster than what it would normally take in real life? Wouldn't that be grand? Okay. It's the next day, and this is the mess I've been looking at ever since school started, and I pulled everything up from the basement, and then there's other things too, so we're going to get some of this cleaned up. I got all these books here that we're going through to donate, and then a bunch of stuff there and here. So anything that's going to Goodwill, Robin is about to bring to the van. Yeah! He's so happy. Okay, this we're keeping.
Okay.
This box could be curriculum ideas again. That could go to the basement. So you could put that by the door. And this is clothes, has to go hang. Don't block my shot.
This isn't going.
That's not food.
Yeah.
I don't know why she packed food for today. She won't. And this decor is going. So the thread up box. Ouch! I'm a little confused about it. I think it needs to go to thread up, but we can. So this has a lid, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't want to lose this box. So yeah, I'm going to use that box for Goodwill.
Take stuff out.
Yeah, that is stuff I'm going to use again.
Okay,
So that can go in the basement. This is stuff like notebooks for school.
Okay.
I guess I need a box for Goodwill stuff. Can you go down and buy me a box that has no lid? Oh wait, was that lid for that box?
Yeah.
All right,
So-
then yes, I will use it. Put those in there. Nice shot of your butt.
Hey.
This is also going.
Okay.
This key, you don't know. Oh, my butt.
Actually,
This.
probably goes to one of those.
Oh,
I tried this, but it didn't work.
It doesn't. Either way. We know this is going. Anyway, let me grab you some other books that are going that, if that's not too heavy. This is definitely an example where I got too many things going on in that one room because I had brought up all the homeschool stuff to go through it to see what we would need for this year. I also brought up things where I need to be making transcripts and things from last year's work. And you know, the rule is don't bring up a ton of stuff. But because it was in the basement, the easiest thing for me to do was to bring it all up. So you might see the rest of this project in a tiny tidy soon. And the next day, my project for that day was to really get this laundry dealt with. I had gotten very behind on my laundry, and that's been happening, which I'll talk about in a minute. I am trying very hard to schedule myself in an effective way using block scheduling. If you use that scheduling method, let me know in the comments section. Or if you'd like to hear more about how I am trying to improve my scheduling, please let me know that as well, because I would love to help you and talk about it, because it always helps me when I help you.
This is how behind I am right now with laundry. So while I fold, I'm going to answer some of your questions that I've seen in the comments. And a bit ago, I asked on my community page on YouTube what questions you might have. And so there were a few questions there, and I'll answer those as well because I never did, and I apologize for that. So let's get some questions answered and let's get some laundry folded. So grab your laundry and let's have a laundry chat. It is actually time to be getting the air conditioner out of here. It's getting cold now in Maine, so there's no need for air conditioning. One of you asked how I planned our Disney trip, and I will say, if you've never planned a Disney trip, it is super overwhelming. Let me bring the camera closer so that you can hear me. Here's what I knew going in. I knew that I wanted to stay on Disney property, but I was unsure because I thought I might just save so much money in an Airbnb that it would be worth it to stay in an Airbnb. But I talked to someone who used to be a crew member. Now, what a crew member is, when you call and you book with the Disney resort, you speak to a crew member, so an employee basically. And my sister has a friend who was a crew member, and she brought up some good points about being able to get to the resorts I want to get to without fighting Orlando traffic. Also, my sisters live in a town on the coast about a little over an hour from Orlando, and there's literally nothing between them and Orlando except a highway. So we decided we really did want to stay on Disney property. That is what I had been saving for. I've been saving money, having it come out automatically out of our paycheck and into a separate account that was hard to access since January. So we decided we were going to stay on Disney property, and then there's 3 tiers. So let me back up. We decided we would stay on Disney property for the days we were going to Disney places. Like, we decided we were going to go to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. So we chose Animal Kingdom because my kids, the 4 that I'm bringing, which is the 4 younger ones, love, love, love animals. So I thought that would be great fun. Hollywood Studios because Star Wars, and I knew that was something they would also love. And so even though going to Magic Kingdom, we decided we were only doing that for 1 day because we're just going to do what we can with the time that we have. So I could get upset thinking that 1 day is not enough at Magic Kingdom. Maybe it's not, but I'm operating on the assumption it's not the last time in their life they'll have the opportunity to go to Disney World. If it's meant to be, they can always go again. It's probably the last time, well, I'm not even going to say it's the last time I'll take them because I don't know that. I'd love to do a huge family trip, have like my older kids come, my grandkids, the whole thing, but that's not a possibility right now. But you never know. I never thought this was a possibility. So we decided we would stay at the resort. We fly in on a Monday. We decided to do a midweek visit to Disney because weekends are so crazy. So we will be we'll fly in Monday. We'll be at Magic Kingdom Tuesday, Animal Kingdom Wednesday, Hollywood Studios Thursday. That was the advice I got because you need the most energy for Magic Kingdom. It has the most amount of walking. Animal Kingdom, less. And then Hollywood Studios, even less than that. So each resort, the Disney resorts, I think there's 3 tiers. So the top tier has more perks. but is most expensive, then mid-tier, then lower tier. We chose the lower tier, number one, because that's what we can afford, but also number two, because we are planning to go places every day. I knew we would not be spending a lot of time at the resort. So if I book the most expensive resort, it's really kind of useless because we wouldn't be there enough to really make it worth our while. So then on Thursday, I found us an Airbnb. So after we go to Hollywood Studios, we will go from there to our Airbnb, and we're having a rental car at that point delivered to us because you get transportation from the resort to the gate of wherever you're going. That's Disney. So we didn't need a rental car until Thursday. And then we'll go to an Airbnb. We got one that's within close distance to my sister's and also has a pool for the kids. So that way my sisters, I have nieces, nephews, you know, the whole thing. They can just come on over and hang out with us and we can just be there. So Friday we will be dropping my college son off at the airport for him to return to college. So whereas the 4 that we're bringing were all born in Nicaragua, we're going to go to a Nicaraguan restaurant in Orlando, which we have never gotten to do even once. There's some in Boston, but we've never been to them. So maybe if this one turns out great, maybe perhaps that could be a trip too, is to go to Boston, Massachusetts sometime and go to a Nicaraguan restaurant. But anyways, we're super excited about that. Then we'll drop him at the airport, go back to our Airbnb, and we'll just be there from Friday night until we go to the airport to fly out Monday. So when you're booking on Disney Resort, you know, honestly, you can just find the phone number online and call them. And I was given the advice, don't book things online. Go ahead and call and it will just go so much better. And what I even did, like they said, the first thing they said was, what was your priority? And I said finances, because that got me in the lower tier. And obviously the quicker you book, the better, because things fill up so fast. In fact, if we were going to go the next week, Disney was completely booked because they'll only sell so many tickets. But thankfully, because I think that's the common fall break is the second week of October for most schools. I wasn't even thinking that under college, like high school, elementary schools, I wasn't thinking they even had a fall break because we don't have that in Maine. But I think most people must be on fall break that second week because that was already booked. So that was the original week I was intending to go. So I was so thankful that was not the week that we had decided to go. So I told him finances, and we will be staying at the Disney All-Star Resort. And, you know, that's one of the lower priced ones. It's where the wide world of sports is. And I think that'll be fun for the kids to get to see that venue. So the crew member, when I called, I bought the tickets for the places that we wanted to go and everything right from him. And then he told me about the website and the app. And I got all the information I needed from him. And then what I did at the end of the call, I said, is there anything I'm missing? Like, what benefits could I either get or be paying for? And I just don't know about them. And that was a helpful question because he went through, like, there's this thing where you can pay extra money. You know how when you go to a amusement park, they'll like take your picture and then they try to sell the picture. Well, he was saying if you pay for that ahead of time, anyone in your party, even if they're not staying at resort, gets the benefit of the pictures. And if you pay for it up front, you get like special treatment where they make it an extra special picture with like background and that kind of thing. So I decided to do that where it's just such a once in a lifetime thing for us. And so I am really very excited about that. And where I have family coming to go to some of these places with us, it'll be nice to get some good family pictures and just a great memory to have. And then all of us, I'm sure it's like a download or something, all of us will have the benefit of those pictures and can print whatever ones we want. So that made me super happy. So I'm very excited about that. All right, now let me take out my phone. Whoops, here it is over here. I always think it's in my pocket. And I'm going to go to my community page and bring up those questions. I would really like to get more faithful to my community page and start, because I do put pictures occasionally on Instagram. I do stories, and I would love to get myself like to remember if I'm going to put a picture on Instagram to put it on my community page too, but I forget. Someone with the username ASZAA asked, "Hi, I hope you're well. My question is, how far do you want to go with decluttering? What's the vision for your home in the future? I'd love a video where you show each room and explain what you have planned for it. Thank you for all your hard work." That's a really good idea. I need to write that down. Let's see, what's the vision for my home in the future? My vision for my home in the future is that I will be ready to sell it and walk away from it. And I think eventually downsize. So I'm just trying to get rid of as much as possible. So that's my first plan for my home, is that I will have made very wise choices about what we keep, and that everything we keep is stuff that we'll lose. There's my neighbor's dogs. Having said that, I also kind of have my eye on the Swedish death cleaning idea, where I do not want my kids to have to go through all of my stuff if either I'm not healthy enough to do it or if something were to happen to me. So I want to go through all of the stuff now, and I want to, even if I don't physically give it to the kids and have them bring it to wherever they live, you know, some of them live here, of course, most of them live here, but even if I'm not having the ones who are taking it hold it in their homes right now, I definitely want it in a box labeled with their name on it. So if something were to happen to my husband and I, that they could just honestly, whenever they want, go down in the basement, there's my name, there's my box, or boxes, and take it with them. So that if something were to happen to my husband and I, they would know that literally anything they find other than those things, they could just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. So I want it organized, and I definitely don't want them to have to like haul all my stuff away. So the least amount of things I have, the better. That's my overall goal. So downsizing, Swedish death cleaning, and also, you know, as I grow older, I don't have a ton of energy. I really don't want to have to maintain a ton of things. It's so much easier to clean your house when there's not a lot of clutter. And like I've shared before, I keep really anything in the living room. So that room is just wipe it down, vacuum it up. That's the whole cleaning in that room. It's wonderful. I absolutely love it. Obviously, when you declutter, even if you're done decluttering, you're going to make multiple passes because you're going to buy more things, you're going to wear them out, or you're not going to need them anymore, want them anymore. It's just a constant. As long as we're buying things, we're going to end up decluttering things. So decluttering is just a normal part of everybody's life. And when we stop doing it, that's when we end up with a basement full like I've got right now. Honestly, very frustrating. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. All right, and then the next was asked by Beth Stratton. Hi, MainerMom. I was wondering, why don't you separate off the cave in your basement just for tools, outdoor equipment, and gardening, and then keep the nice decor, photo, sentimental stuff in the bigger part of the basement along with your extra food storage? Okay, so the photos and sentimental stuff, I actually think it's a good idea, what you're saying, to keep it with like the food and stuff. So that is something I'm going to seriously consider, because you might remember that when we decluttered my husband's tools last time, and we had that thing that kind of goes up in the air, there's like a platform, we ended up that one of his shelves, like tall 6-foot shelf, is almost completely empty. So that is actually a really good idea. I think I am going to move that stuff over there. So thank you for that. The tools, and there's not good lighting in there for tools. And the outdoor tools I keep near the door that goes outdoors, so that if like one of the kids is going to rake, they could just go down from the outside in through the bulkhead and grab a rake. That's why those are there. But I really love your idea there of keeping that sentimental stuff. I do definitely think I'm going to move it. Maybe in my next video. All right, not a question, but a comment. We purchased rubber chair legs for our kitchen chairs. They work fantastic and don't come off. I need to look into these, Diana Rommel. Thank you very much. Because mine are square at the bottom, but I'm assuming it doesn't matter whether they're square or round. Then Amanda Martinez says, hello, beautiful. Aw, thank you. Were you a pastor's daughter? Honestly, just thank you for reminding us that Jesus loves us. Yes, Jesus does love us. And you know the reason I say God loves us, because it says, for God so loved the world, he gave his only son. And it says that once we were enemies, but because of Christ dying on the cross, we're now friends with God, have that potential to be friends. And that's why I always say God loves you, but it's not because I deny Jesus dying on the cross. He is my Savior. And yes, I was a pastor's daughter, but my dad was like a lay preacher, and he felt like he was called to be a pastor and had never gotten to do that. So when he retired from his job, that's when he became a pastor. So I was already an adult by the time he was a pastor. And then early in my marriage, my husband was a pastor as well, but he's not right now. Let's see. Oh, what's a chair sock? I wish I had one right here. Let me go get one. This is a chair sock. It fits over the bottom of the chair to keep the chairs from scraping the wood floor, but they do get dirty from the floor and they slip off. So, because you're scraping the chair back and forth. And then Leo, he tries to pull them off the chairs because he likes to play with them, and he also likes to lick them. It's really kind of nasty. I also have been getting questions about my weight journey and what I'm doing, and I know it's because not everybody can watch every video, which is 100% understandable, and I will never mind repeating myself. So I am on a health program called Optavia, where they provide, you eat 6 times a day. They provide 5 out of 6 of what you eat, 5 times out of 6. They call them fuelings, and it's all the macronutrients and micronutrients are all in the food they're giving you. And then the one meal you're building, they put you, they tell you how many ounces of each kind of meat to have and how much vegetable, so that it stays within those macronutrients. So it is low carb. It's like 100 carbs a day. And you have a coach, you have like an online community, podcasts, webinars. I love it. I love it. It was a big adjustment, of course, but I love having a coach. And so then after I had been doing it for a bit, and people here were asking, I decided to become a coach, and I have mentors, which is great. So then if I don't have an answer, then I have mentors that can answer. But also, so it is really easy to be a coach. They make it very easy because they coach with you until you're ready to coach on your own, and you tell them when you're ready. They're so wonderful that way. It's so much a community still, even when you're the coach. And then I did recently take a certification test so that I could become a certified health coach. So that is what I'm doing now. And I'm always leaving a form in my description box, a link. So if you want more information, you can just fill out that health form and I will contact you and we can have a health assessment and I can answer any of your questions to see if this is right for you. And there's also information that I can send you that you can bring to your doctor or your nutritionist or whoever in the medical field you want to bring it to, so that you can have them help you decide if it is right for you as well. And I started on April 5th and it's mid-September, so May, June, July, August, it's been 5 months and I have lost 55 pounds. So I'm super happy with it and I love the energy it gives me. And I love the fact that I'm able to lose weight even though it's super hard for me to lose weight, and even though I've gone through menopause, which obviously makes it harder to lose weight. So because it works, that's why I decided to coach and help other people to deal with their own weight and health struggles. In fact, I have a friend, she does not have a lot of weight to lose at all, but she's mainly doing it to help her lower her blood pressure, and she also tested diabetic, so it's helping her in that area as well. So that's always in my description box. I am almost done with this laundry, so I'm going to go ahead, speed it up, and we'll get through it. You tell me, are you folding laundry today? Do you keep up with your laundry, or do you get behind like I do? I was keeping up with my laundry so well for the longest time, like honestly, measured in years. But this year, whew, I'm having a hard time keeping up with it because I tend to throw it in a basket, and as soon as I throw it in a basket, instead of folding it right out of the dryer, then it's just too easy to procrastinate. I mean, this has to be 2 weeks worth of laundry because I'm just folding mine and my husband's and a few towels because I've been having the girls do the towels and cloths for the house, and that becomes a chore, you know, because every day everybody gets one chore. Oop, this is the last sweatshirt. Yay! So that is how we do it. But I have gotten behind, and I just need to crack the whip on myself and get my routines back into shape.
Getting that laundry folded and put away really gave me some motivation, and I have been dying to start fall decorating in the house. And I don't do a ton, but I do like to have some things, and I think I had said in another video, and it's true, I was actually thinking of not doing the seasonal decorating so much, and I was going to get pillows for the couches that I just could keep there all year round. And then 2 of my daughters in the same week told me they couldn't wait to get fall decorating done and to see how cheery the house would be. And then I realized, okay, it is important, and they're still loving it. So as long as they're still loving it, I will keep doing it. So why am I doing my bed right now? Well, it's because I want to change out my comforter, or I should say my bedspread. So I'm putting the bedspread that I had on all summer in the wash. It will actually come back out at winter because it's white. It's super versatile. And I'm going to put my fall comforter on the bed, and that has been in my office in the white closet. And so right now what I'm doing is I've stripped the bed, I've gotten all the wash started with the sheets and the pillowcases and also the bedspread, and now I'm getting out my spare set of sheets from under my bed in the underbed storage so I can get the bed made, and then when the sheets come out they can go into this storage and be tucked under the bed for next time. Okay, while I'm doing this and making the bed, I'm going to see if I can get you a good song that will get you nice and motivated with me, and that you can be up and getting things done too, and then we'll do some more fall decorating.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
Such a crazy cat. Well, with the bed all made and looking pretty, it's a good time to get going on some other fall decorating.
I'm not losing your pet.
Hey! I'm so bored, so I thought I'd sit down and watch you, what you're doing. It's like watching TV.
Yeah. I'm way more exciting than TV.
Oh,
There goes the pumpkin. See?
oh, even baby boy's excited. Oh! I should probably have her little hair. It's Loa.
I think she should be like Elf on a Shelf, fall style, because those eyes, they're coming for you. Yeah?
No.
I'm switching the living room over to fall, and while I do that, I'm going to play for you this second favorite song of mine that I just feel like is so upbeat and all about sisterhood, and it makes me think of all of you friends here.
When the sky is falling down and the clouds get in your eye, I'll be a gold mine. When your world ain't going right and the struggle dims your shine, I'll be a gold mine. Back to back, I got you and you got me. Dream team, stick together and make history. Golden wonderland, when we're hand in hand, our sisterhood turns bad into good. Golden wonderland, when we take the stand, our sisterhood helps the common good. We are stronger, getting stronger every day. We are braver, getting braver in every way. When you can't seem to win the fight and you're counting endless nights, I'll be a touchdown. When all you need is some support, I'll make sure to hold the fort. I'll be a touchdown. Back to back, I got you and you got me. Dream team, stick together and make history. Golden wonderland, when we're hand in hand, our sisterhood turns bad into good. Golden wonderland, when we take the stand, our sisterhood helps the common good. We are stronger, getting stronger every day. We are braver, getting braver in every way. We're getting stronger, we're getting stronger. We are stronger every day. Yeah, we're getting braver in every way. Yeah, golden wonderland, when we're hand in hand, our sisterhood turns bad into good. Golden wonderland, when we take the stand, our sisterhood helps the common good. We are stronger, getting stronger every day. We are braver, getting braver in every way.
So that was my curtain that I'm putting up in the kitchen, and then with that done, I'm just doing a little touch in the bathroom, and then I'll move on to the kitchen.
You're just better at
I hope they got that on camera.
Yep, you're better at it than I am. See what you're doing right now?
My friends won't let me do that.
I do.
Let them know in the comments section. Do you want me to get up on this stool and replace that curtain?
Yeah.
Hit the like button if you're always on my side. Hit the, what was it? Thumbs down twice if you're on his side. Thumbs up once if you're on my side. Thumbs down twice if you're on your side.
Just hilarious.
You put your butts to the camera, just so you know.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do. Why are you walking away with that? I'm supposed to be putting it on.
Look, now your butt's not to the camera.
And you keep turning it
What's this
around.
like?
I know. It's not my first curtain. Might be my last. It's not my first.
Might be your last. Keep this up. Oh, don't hit your head.
Try not to.
Careful.
Too late.
What style? What a method. Don't worry, you won't have to do this again until Thanksgiving. It's that one, because it's never sturdy.
None of them are ever sturdy. It's a curtain look. It's just facade. It's not anything real. It just sits up there looking like it's doing something.
Now fluff the
It's
top.
not.
All right. What? Could you fluff over there a little bit? Like I ironed it, but it didn't come out that great.
This is actually my favorite part of changing up my decor each season, and probably the part I will keep even if I stop, changing out pillows and that sort of thing, because I really just love that little pop of color that I can change out with every season. So now I'm just putting out these little pumpkins. I got these at the Dollar Tree last year, I think. They actually had some pretty nice ones, so I might go and see what they have again for today. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. I sure loved hanging out with you. Remember, God loves you, and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.